Yes guys, welcome back to the channel for a brand new video. Now more League 2 related content is going to be coming to the channel, and in today's video I will be predicting the 2022-2023 EFL Sky Bet League 2 playoffs, going through both semi-finals and having a look at what the final could be in terms of my predictions. I'm not going to do first leg predictions, second leg predictions. I'm just going to do it all in one video. And there will be like a League 2 playoff final preview a few days before the actual final. So, you know, I probably won't discuss too much about the final, because obviously these are just my predictions on who's going to get to the final rather than who's actually going to be in the final. If you do support one of the teams in the playoffs, Carlisle, Stockport, Bradford or Salford, please let me know your thoughts. If you're confident, if you're worried, nervous about the playoffs, and any neutral fan as well, let me know who you think is going to get out of the League 2 playoffs and book themselves a place in League 1 next season. Let's get into it. Semi-final one then is Stockport versus Salford City. Stockport finished 4th in the division in the League 2 table, whilst their playoff opponent, Salford City, finished in 7th place. So Stockport, like I said, just missed out on automatic promotion by 4 points. Salford City had to work to get into the playoffs, beating Mansfield to the final playoff place on the final day of the season. Is that going to give Salford a bit more momentum? They were the ones trying to get into the playoffs. They do say that sometimes the team that finishes 7th does have a bit more of an edge, because they're the ones that were closest to coming out of the playoffs, unless obviously it's a 10-point swing and it really doesn't matter. But Stockport, again, a team that, you know, have played really well this season, only just missed out on automatics. So could they be the favourites? Because obviously they're the 4th best team in the league statistically, and obviously the best team in the playoffs going into the league table. Look, it's going to be an interesting one. Obviously the first leg at the Peninsula Stadium, second leg at Edgeley Park. It's going to be a tough one to predict. I'm not going to say it's an easy one. I think Salford actually may get something at home. I think they may get a draw or possibly even beat Stockport. It's a Manchester derby, isn't it? They're not too far. It's a real tough game to call. So what I'm going to do is predict the first leg, predict the second leg, and obviously I'll have my finalists. So first leg, I am going to go Salford City 1, Stockport County 1. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw at the Peninsula Stadium. I think it's going to be a good atmosphere. Salford City fans will get up for it, of course. Stockport, no matter what the fans are going to be like, Stockport are a fantastic team. So I'm going to go 1-1 in the first leg. And in the second leg at Edgeley Park, I am going to edge. See what I've done there? Edge the home side, Stockport County, at home, and go with a 2-0 home victory. So overall, I think that the aggregate score from Salford City versus Stockport is going to be, I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go Stockport 3, Salford City 1 over the 2 legs. I think, like I said, it'll be 1-1 at the Peninsula, and I think when they take it back to Edgeley Park, I think Stockport will get over the line with a 2-0 victory. Let's have a look at Bradford. Now, out of the 2 semi-finals, I think this is going to be the tightest one to predict. Both teams, I really like the way they've played this season. Bradford, I predicted to actually win the league, and they've obviously got the playoff. Carlisle finished 5th, Bradford finished 6th. This is probably the hardest one to predict. There was not too much in between the two teams, and like I said, they've both got match winners in their team. Christian Dennis, obviously a massive one for Carlisle, and Andy Cook. We know what Andy Cook is like at Bradford as well. So it's really a tough game to predict, and one that I don't see a lot of people being able to, off the cuff, be like, yeah, they're going to Wembley. First leg at Valley Parade, I think that's going to be absolutely bouncing on Sunday night. I think it's just a matter of, can Carlisle weather the storm, because Bradford could easily finish the tie at home, and I know Carlisle finished higher in the table, but I know I've got a few Carlisle friends. Chris Welch, if you're watching, obviously I want you to win, but I'm going to go 2-0 Bradford at Valley Parade. I just think they've got a ridiculous fan base. It's going to be sold out. The home fans outrageous at Bradford, and obviously they've got the cop in the corner of the ground making all that noise. Carlisle, I think it may be a stretch too far away from home, so I'm going to go 2-0 Bradford in the first leg. But in the second leg, I've seen Carlisle games this season. I've seen what the fans have been like. I've seen the atmosphere they've created. Normally you associate Carlisle not really with a lot of atmosphere, especially in the last few seasons. Not really had the greatest of atmosphere, but this season they've sold out a lot of games. I think they had 12,000 for one game, I'm pretty sure, or whatever it was. An incredible fan base this season has followed their team, obviously from the potential relegation of last season to potential promotion of this one. And I'm going to go 3-1 Carlisle in leg 2 to take it to extra time. So I'm going to go 2-0 Bradford in the first leg, 3-1 Carlisle in the second leg, which obviously would take it to 3-3. And I'm going to go Carlisle United to win it on penalties, 3-3 after extra time. And Carlisle United are going to win on penalties, in my opinion. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. So 2-0 at Valley Parade, 3-1 at Brunton Park. Takes it all the way to extra time, and Carlisle United win on penalties. Let's have a look at what my playoff final would look like and who I reckon would win if it was that. So according to my predictions then, I have come up with a Stockport County versus Carlisle United final. Stockport getting to the final with a 3-1 aggregate win over Salford, and Carlisle United getting to the final with a 3-3 draw over 2 legs, but beating Bradford City on penalties. Yeah, looking at that, you'd fancy Stockport because they, done it in much more comfortable style. But even Carlisle, if that was to happen, taking Bradford to penalties and beating them on pens shows that they've got the pressure. But in that final, if it was Stockport versus Carlisle, unfortunately, Chris Welch, I know you're watching, but I would have to go with a 2-1 Stockport County win at Wembley to win the League 2 playoff. And those are my predictions then for the 2022-2023 League 2 playoffs. Like I said, the final is a bit of just an added extra for the video. I will do my own video on the League 2 playoff final, whoever is in there, in terms of a preview, predicted lineups maybe, and score prediction. But those are my predictions for the semi-finals. Please feel free to disagree. Feel free to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And like I said, Stockport, Salford, Bradford or Carlisle fans, let me know in the comment section down below what your thoughts are on the playoffs. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting playoffs. I love the playoffs, and I'll see you for more League 2 content. Come on!